Hey everybody, Bruce here, traveling with Bruce. Welcome to my video today. It's all about Royal Caribbean making a big announcement and another announcement regarding Carnival Corporation. Thanks for subscribing to my channel, following my videos, giving my videos thumbs ups. Really appreciate that. Love your comments. And thanks for joining me on Facebook and Instagram. And don't forget to visit the Redbubble store. Link is down below. Get your own TWB item. Here is the latest. Today's date, June the 23rd, 2020. Royal Caribbean came out this morning to announce the inevitable, and that is that they have canceled all of their cruises until September 15th at a minimum. This is another bump in the delays. The last delay that we had was CDC telling cruise lines no sailing out of the U.S. ports until at least July 24. Then the CLIA came out with their news. They basically banded together with all their partners in the cruise business, all the cruise lines, that there will be no sailing till September 15, 2020. Royal Caribbean has now joined that as an official policy, but there are other cruises that they have that are suspended even longer. Obviously, all the cruises for Alaska. There won't be any for any sailings for 2020. That would have taken us right to the end of October. No sailings this year to New England and Canada. That would have taken us into November this year. A whole bunch of other cruises are off the books because the cruise line has basically shut everything down. And when they do resume cruising, even if they were to start cruising after September 15, they'll only start with a limited number of ships and a limited number of itineraries. And of course, the big question that we're really waiting for right now is, number one, CDC. When will they put the new date in? And the number two question, what will the occupancy level be for cruise lines when they can sail? And I hate to sound like a broken record, but that is the big one, because if it is a 50% allowable for cruising, that means an Oasis class ship can only go out with maybe 2,800 to 3,000 passengers, and a Quantum ship might only be able to go out with 2,400 passengers, and some of these other ships might be down to 1,500 passengers maximum capacity. So many more cancellations may have to be made for the next 6 months to a year by Royal Caribbean and others, depending on occupancy. We'll stay on top of that, and we'll let you know. Now, the other news that just came out, just broke in the last little while, from Moody'S and S&P. These are ratings agencies that help Wall Street bankers rank investment quality. So if you're involved, let's say you're retired and you draw income every month from, say, a pension fund. Maybe you used to be a school teacher, or used to be a government worker, or you're part of a pension fund, or you're an investor in mutual funds. These entities rely very heavily on the S&P people and the Moody'S folks and other rating agencies for quality, investment quality on bonds. And the word just came out that Carnival's bond ratings have been dropped yet again, and they are now solidly into what is known as junk bond status. Now, when these bonds were issued, when Carnival went to the market to borrow money originally, their bonds were not junk rated, and so they were getting interest rates of 3.5%, 4%. The last time Carnival went to the market to raise money from bond dealers, they were forced to pay upwards of 6% up to 12%. And now that they've been downgraded again, if Carnival goes to the bond markets tomorrow, they might be looking at 12 to 15% or 16% interest rates or higher. It all depends on the demand level for their bonds. The other issue is that a number of pension funds and mutual funds out there, and ETFs, depending on the investment grade quality that they carry, they may or may not be allowed to hold bonds in Carnival, which means they might be forced to either sell out, or they will buy insurance against the bonds, which they probably have already. This is a blow to cruise line stocks in general, because Royal Caribbean Carnival, Norwegian, they need to continue to raise money later this year to ride out the rest of 2020 and 2021 to make sure they have enough cash on hand for restarting and all the other needs that they have. But the cost of buying these bonds or issuing these bonds has just gone up yet again. It's only a matter of time before Carnival affects the bond rating of Norwegian and Royal Caribbean as well. So we'll keep following this story. As I say, this is a major change, and junk bond status has been hit by these particular bonds from Carnival. All of their bonds are now rated as junk, and that limits the number of potential buyers and investors for new bonds going forward, and the interest rates will be more expensive. We'll stay on top of that story too. Thanks for joining me today, everybody. Have a good one. We'll talk to you later. Bye for now.